Season 2, Episode 3.
If you have not watched season 1 of Dwindles on my crazy ex-girlfriend doing some fucked up shit to me, watch it right now. If you don't believe in witchcraft, watch it right now. If you want to see blood, if you want to see the little Dwindies, watch them right now. Season 1, now. If you have not watched my TikToks of generational curses and want a sum down, go watch it right now at NOE915. So fast forward into Crazy Ex. Now let's take it back to the season. Now, if you watch season 1, I talk about this man named Martin, right? Martin was a warlock, right?
And he played with both sides.
He played with both sides. So for those who don't know, a warlock is
brujo.
He dabbles with the devil, you know what I'm saying? And he dabbles with the darker side. But he played with both. You know what I'm saying? He'll use that dark magic for good. I go to this man because, you know, he was the one who was going to help me with my crazy ex, right? But he reads my cards and he's telling me like, hey, your grandpa sold his soul to the devil. Now everything start reflecting. Yeah, he had a ranch. Well, he made a deal with the devil on the ranch that he'll build a house for the devil. But the devil tested him, put oil on his ranch to see if he was going to sell what he had built for the devil. Your grandpa sold it, had a stroke. I'm in shock. I didn't tell this man nothing. Yo, I did not tell this man nothing. Devil said, because he was a warlock, he goes, the devil put it on you to fix what your grandpa did. The devil saying that it's up to you. You know, they always say 666, right? Everybody thinks that's like the mark of the beast and shit like that, which it is, you know what I mean? But 777 is something else. It's another word, and for those who know, and that's another subject. I'm not gonna get too deep. You know what I mean? But 777, I got 7 letters in my name. 7 letters in my name. I was born on March 7th. I was born on the 7th day. You know what I'm saying? Like crazy ass shit. All my numbers 777, 7777, right? I would always say it. I want a 7-car garage with a 7-bedroom house and 7 kids. Why? I always said that. You know what I mean? Always. Why? Now I know why. Dude gets into so much detail of my grandpa. And he tells me, he goes, man, you know, you're just another reincarnation of him. I said, man, I don't believe that, man. He goes, no. But he goes, no, you are, but you're going to be the one who's to finish the curse. He goes, and when you finish the curse, everything is going to go to normal. Like your life's going to be normal, you know? And I was like, what do you mean? He goes, you'll see. And I never understood that. And as the time progresses, I mean, how is he wrong? Hold on, let's get back to that. How is this man wrong? You know, I told myself, man, maybe this shit's fake. I went that same day, I went to go have dinner with my dad. Yo, man, this is what Martin said or whatever, this and that. And my dad starts crying. My dad starts crying. I'm like, why are you crying? Man, it's true, it's true, it's true. What's true? I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to believe it. What do you mean? I didn't want to believe that your grandpa did something like that. I didn't want to believe it, but I guess he did. I guess it really is true. You know, why I live the way that I live or why this happened the way that it happened. And I just remember saying, like, well, shit, you know, like, damn, like, why ain't you never tell me, you know? He goes, you remember that lady he used to go see? And I was like, yeah, the real skinny one, right? He goes, that was the devil. How the fuck you mean that was the devil? He goes, that lady was the devil. That lady was the reason why your grandpa was everything he was and more. He goes, I got told this too. They told me that. But I didn't believe it. I thought it was fake. I just like, man, this shit's fake. This shit's fake. You know? When my dad started dating my mom, rest in peace, and this is the man who I believe saved me, right? When my dad was dating my mom had an uncle named Robert. Robert got shot. Same way like me. Lived. But he ended up dying because of alcohol poisoning and shit. And his life was bad too, right? Him, my mom, and my dad were walking through Monty Beach, right? My hood, right? They were walking through Monty Beach. And the gypsies were in the park. The gypsies, right? And then Robert said a joke. Robert had said a joke and was like, hey, man, it's fake. This fucking cap. And you know, he was kind of fat, you know? So that gypsy told him, he goes, man, well, come here, fat boy. Come here. Matter of fact, all 3 of y'all, come here. Come here. And then my mom was like, nah, Robert, keep walking, keep rocking, keep rocking. And then Robert's like, man, fuck you, bitch, fuck you, you know, whatever, this and that. She goes, yeah, fuck me? She goes, you're gonna die. She's like, you're gonna die in the next 7 years, you know? And she goes, and she looked at my dad and she goes, and you don't think that your son is gonna drag you out your own misery because you're gonna live so fucked up. And this is before I was born. This is when they first started dating, you know, and that's how my mom knew that oh, I'm gonna be with this man for like lifetime. That happened, and my dad was like, everything makes sense. Like everything makes sense, you know? After Martin tells me all this shit, right? I'm like, oh, okay, so damn, this shit's for real, right? I go back to go see my grandpa. And my grandma was still alive, bro. My grandma was still alive, dude. And I remember when I went back to my grandma's house, she was dying. I mean, she was already dying, but she was like dying, like, like in the room, like just like dying, right? And I remember seeing my grandpa, and I ain't seen him in years. I'm talking about years, you know? And I remember seeing him, he looked at me like with hope, like with hope, you know? Or maybe because he hasn't seen him, but he looked at me with like, damn, like, you know? But I brushed it off, and I want to go see my grandma. Because my dad was like, she's going to die. If you want to have any last words you want to tell her, you know, tell her. I ain't apologize. I wasn't going to apologize because, you know, she put me through some shit, you know? But I'm past that. I'm a new man now. You know what I mean? Anyways, I remember saying this to my grandma. It's all right to go. Go. Stop suffering. Go. She goes, mijo, I don't want to die. Why? Why? Why, Lala? Why don't you want to die? She goes, I see a man hanging me from the rope right behind you. And I was like, why? And she was crying. Like she was crying. Crying. I said, why, Lala? Why? Died. In my face. Died. You know what I mean? And I see my dad fall to his knees. And I know as fucked up as it sounds, I had no remorse that day. Man, I had no remorse that day. And now, I do. Now, I wish I would have told her I forgive you before she left. Now I do. You know what I'm saying? Because now I understand. But taking the fact, at that time, I didn't understand. You know what I mean? Hear me out. My dad cheated on my mom. That's another series. But long story short, my dad cheated on my mom. So my sister and my aunt had beef. You know what I mean? Because, you know, they caught her there at the house. But wait till you see the other season. So the day of the funeral, they were like, ride in the limo. My aunt, check this shit out, right? My aunt had a $100,000 policy on my grandma, right? Ain't break my dad off shit. They didn't break my dad off nothing. You know what I mean? What she do? She gets the cheapest funeral. So she can keep all the money, right? Gets the cheapest funeral. Don't even buy a fucking plaque. You know what I mean? But wants to pull up in a limo, in a Cadillac limo. You know what I mean? And all of us get out, like on some boss shit. We go in the funeral. She's saying this bullshit ass speech. I love you, or everything. Whatever, right? A fucking liar, right? Lying through her fucking teeth. At the service, see, my sister didn't ride in the limo. Like I said, my sister and my aunt had beef, right? So the service, my sister pulls up. She pulls up with my nieces and shit like that, right? Crystal's sitting down. Me and Crystal sitting down. My aunt goes up to my sister. She goes, you got something to say to me, Crystal?
I just lost my mother.
Okay, that's my grandma.
She's my mother.
Okay, that's my
I don't care.
grandma.
She's my
But there's a
mom.
time and place for this.
Okay, I don't need you to be here like this.
You're always gonna be that way.
So are
Never
you.
gonna change.
On some bullshit. And my sister's like, and I ain't got nothing to say to you. You're not going to tell me sorry for me losing my mom? Nah, I'm not, you know? That's disrespectful. You coming over here, this and that, you're going to tell me. And my sister's like, bitch, you want to go outside? We can go outside. Like, I you know, like, my sister told her straight, like, you want to go outside? We can go outside, but you're not finna start no scene. And my aunt starts screaming, this is my fucking funeral I paid for. Causing a scene. So taking the fact, my cousin locked up. He do a 75, right? Right? So you had blood motherfuckers in there. You know what I'm saying? Old hood motherfuckers in there. And then you had like the family from the place, right? Everybody looking at her. Oh, you ratchet, you ghetto. My mom's like, you not gonna talk to my daughter like that, this and that, da da da. When my aunt started the whole fucking scene, right? So now, my cousin calling me from the pen. You know what I'm saying? I got these on my ass talking about, when I see you, I'ma kick. But taking the fact, dude who was talking shit, I said, because he was the one who's like, man, that's so disrespectful. You know, Ruben's part of the set. He woo whoop ah ah. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're not gonna be doing that. I said, I'm like, well, you want to stand on that? What's up? stand on it. What's up? You want to go outside? What's up? You know what I'm saying? He ain't want no smoke, right? We leave, whatever. My sister was a big ass fight in front of the funeral. We leave. Now I'm getting these straight messages. Like, man, bitch, like, ho, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I ain't with that shit. Shut up, right? So that while that's going on, you know, my aunts started this whole Facebook shit talking about we're ghetto and we fucked up the whole funeral, shit like this, right? So right after the funeral happened, the dude that she was with, check this shit out, right? My aunt was scamming. My aunt was scamming her doctor. So she'll take the checks, write fake checks. You know what I'm saying? Take it, whatever. She scammed up to $100,000. Dumbass bitch, right? She had $100,000 that she scammed, and she had another $100,000 that she had another $100,000 from that life insurance policy. So she went out and bought her a Mercedes. She meets this dude on a cruise. Hear this shit out. She meets this dude on a cruise. Tells her like, yeah, I got like 200,000 and you know, you know. And the dude like, whatever, they hook up that one night or whatever, right? Dude calls her, I love you, baby, you know, whatever, Oh, I love you too, but baby, I'm stuck in Dubai. I'm stuck in Dubai. I need $50,000 cash wired right now. If you can give me 50,000 cash, then I'll send me back. And if you want to start picking out wedding dresses, just go ahead, pick out a ball. Go, you know what I'm saying, pick it out. As soon as you send me the money, I'll be over there and, you know, whatever, She gives this man $50,000, right? And the other dude that she was pimping, the scamming money, right? Because she was doing it with a friend. The friend was like, well, look, here, just give me the money and I'm going to go wash it in Chicago, right? Takes off with the 100 G's, bro. Takes off with the 100 G's. Man just got scammed 50 G's. My aunt got scammed 50 G's from that man in Dubai. You know what I'm saying? Dumb bitch, right? Fucking, she's probably down to like maybe 20 something G's, right? Still goes out, gets a ballroom, gets his badass dress. You know what I'm saying? Now, bitch is down to like, probably like 10 G's. Dude never shows up. The man never shows up. True fucking story, bro. The man never shows up. Oh, Greg. That's my dad's name, right? Oh, Greg, I need your help. Greg. Nah. Bitch, you ain't break my daddy off no money. Like, why you need help, right? You know? So now she's in a bind. You see what I mean? Nobody could never come up. The bitch had 200 G's. Lost all that shit within a week and a half. Grandma dies. Cruise. Meets a man. Falls in love. Gets scammed. Had another hoe. Scams her. You know what I'm saying? Gone. You know what I'm saying? Now, she's fucked up, right? As of now, she's just greedy, bro. Like, my aunt and my dad, they don't speak. Like, they're just not on good terms with each other. My aunt told the whole family that my dad died so she could try to get the house under her name. You know what I mean? To hold my daddy out to the fullest of extent. You know what I mean? Like, this bitch is she's just off the wall. She's just a slime. Nobody's coming up. Nobody's doing nothing, right? Everybody's at a plane right now. Everybody's just, you know? Well, time passes, and now now we're back at Martin, right? Now this is to new age as of now, right? Martin had told me some other shit too, and since we're already here, we're gonna talk about it. Martin already had told me that my grandma's, from my mom's side, my grandma's mom was a witch. She had some shit in the witch, right? Now, my aunt Deborah, my aunt Gino have like this gift where they see spirits. I mean, and they had it bad. No, I'm talking about like bad. My aunt Deborah saw the kids playing Ring Around the Rosie jumping on her bed. My aunt Deborah look, check this shit out. My grandma, right? My grandma got a doll. She went to a garage, got a doll. You know what I'm saying? An ugly ass little doll. And like nothing, gave it to Deborah. Deborah loved this doll. It was some certain morning or whatever. She would always see Deborah talk to the doll. And my grandma said, hey, I'm gonna shower. Man, somebody opened up the door. Cause my grandma, and to this day, she still has that latch on top of the door. It's a tall door, right? Somebody opened up the door, walked Deborah to the middle of the street. Deborah was sitting on the street, right? My aunt was sitting on the street. And a lifted truck came and missed her head by this much, bro. Missed her head by this much. Beds start banging on my grandma's door. Boom, 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 boom. My grandma opens the door like, what's going on? What's wrong? What's wrong? Oh, whatever. We're gonna this and that. We're gonna charge you with child abandonment or some shit like that or whatever. What was the doll? Tucked in the bed. Who tucked the doll in the bed? Who opened up the latch? Who? Who told my fucking aunt to go walk on the street? Who? My uncle, right? Before he got with his wife. I ain't trying to start no shit, right? Before he got with his wife, right? He told me, he said, he met up with this one chick, and this one chick was like, yeah, we're gonna have an orgy. Like, everybody's gonna, like, you know, a bunch of girls. So my uncle was like, hell yeah, like, we gonna get in, you know? Well, he goes to this orgy, but everybody's like, no, we have to do a ritual first. So my uncle was like, all right, fuck it, you know, whatever, who cares, you know? So there he's involved in this ritual, right? He's in this ritual, and then some dude comes out with like these goat horns and a goat, and everybody's licking the ass of the goat. Swear to true story, my uncle tell you. Everybody's licking the ass of the goat, like in the you know, tongue in that ass, you know what I'm saying? So they passed it to my uncle. My uncle's like, man, I ain't sticking my tongue in. You got me fucked up, you know? And then they're like, this is the only way you're gonna have the orgy. Like, this is the only way, like, we do this and we all love each other, right? And that dude said, Lucifer, this and that. My uncle was like, huh? Oh, hell no, I'm getting out. Like, I'm chunking deuce, right? So he left. But he was like, man, you know what? I still want to be in that orgy, right? So dude comes back, walks in, everybody's fucking each other, right? Everybody's fucking each other, right? But he said when they were fucking each other, they all had like no eyes, bro. Like all of them were like had like no eyes. Like it was just like all white eyes, and everybody was like in a trance, bro. And just like all of them having sex, you know? And like, I was like, what the fuck? And my uncle, always, man, he could be in the room right now and he could tell you what happened around him. Like my uncle is like that. My Aunt Deborah, she'll pick up the spirits fast, but they don't leave her alone. For some reason, like they don't leave her alone. So I got hit on both sides. So you got to think about it like this. My grandpa sold his soul to the devil. My great grandma was a witch. You feel me? So this is everything in one. You know what I'm saying? Everything in one. So I'm like, damn, everything makes sense now. You know what I mean? Everything makes sense.
Do you think it's still gonna hunt you?
Well, I have to finish what my grandpa started. I got to be the one with the ranch. And then from the looks of it, everything that man said, it's happening. Who's Jay? Jay. Who's the fucking, you know what I'm saying? Who, with the skull and the nail, that's going to be the one that's going to take off. Skull and the nail took off. Everything that man said, he goes, your grandpa's not going to die until you do what you do at the ranch. Because when you do, you have to take your grandpa to that house and stroll him in there. And that's where he's going to die. He's going to have his last talk with the devil. Straight up. I mean, it's crazy, you know, from the spirits and all this shit like that or whatever that I be seeing and shit. But I just want to grow, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to grow. I mean, it's a true story. Like, this shit's for real. I mean, but I'm not going to let nobody who tell me what I can and cannot do in my life. Because, I mean, they had told me that I was going to kill myself and end up in jail in 2 weeks because of the mindset that I was on. You know what I mean? And to be told, I was fucked up at the time when I was living in Don White. If y'all haven't watched Don White, if you haven't watched season 1, watch it. Because I talk about Don White, how fucked up it was for me. And to conclude the story, the only way that shit would stop and my family would come up is if I got the ranch.
So, how is your grandpa now? Where is she?
So, my grandpa, he's still in a wheelchair. Still can't talk. Lord knows who's taking care of him because he can't wipe his ass. And I know my aunt ain't wiping his ass. You know what I mean? So, who knows what the fuck is going on? And that's him, man. He's in a bad place, you know, and that's that.
So how do you feel?
To be honest, I feel great. Because at the end of the day, what the fuck they do for me? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, all that shit that happened to me, yeah, it could be the generational curse. Part of me was like, man, you know what? I'm going to get the ranch and I'm going to fucking build the house and shit, but for what? You know what I'm saying? I feel like everything I wanted in life, it's happening. And even before, you know what I mean? Like, even, you know what I'm saying? Even before, I was always that type of guy. If I said I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. You know, so I don't think nothing's going to stop me. But then again, am I fearful? Yeah, I'm fearful. Because if that shit, I'm not saying it's not true because it is. But what if my kid don't have the same mentality as me? You know what I mean? And what if he's going through shit that I went through that I know if somebody else went through, they wouldn't make it. They wouldn't make it. They would have took the cheap way out and murked themselves, man. You know what I'm saying? So is that a fear for me? Yeah, kind of. But anyways, I got hit from both sides. Truth be told, God first, God always. I'm not worried about it. I'm not stressing on it. I'm not thinking nothing more, nothing less. Man, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready. I just want to succeed and grow. You know what I mean? And a lot of people are going to be like, oh, well, I'm scared to date you or this and that or da-da-da-da-da-da. But I'm just clearing the air. Like, I don't involve myself in that shit. Like, I don't involve myself in none of that shit. And like, there ain't no bad vibes around me. I'm not no bad vibes. I'm the life of the party. Like, I'm good. You know what I mean? I thank each and every one of you for watching the show. Like and subscribe if you have not watched. Stay tuned for season 3. I think we're going to go into the man in the top hat or the lady in black. And that one's a fucking trippy one as well. So stay tuned. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I want to give a major shout out to my fucking manager, the man behind the camera, to Jay. I love you so much. I really, really do. Like, I really do love you. I appreciate this man because this man showed me the way. And he's going to start like his own like management company thing or whatever. So if y'all want to hit him up, what's your thing on Instagram? I'm following him. If you want to get right, if you feel like you have no direction, follow him and man, go ahead, get started. With that being said, major shout out to everybody. I didn't want to bash nobody in this video. What I said, if it sounds fucked up, oh well, if the shoe fit, you know what I mean? But I'm not bashing nobody. I'm just saying how the truth and I'm just saying it how it is. You know what I mean? But again, with that being said, stay tuned for season 3. Thank you so much.